Melissa Foster. I'm a pediatric occupational therapist at Children's Therapy Team, and today we're going to discuss teletherapy. Now, we therapists love having our kiddos in the clinic, but sometimes that's just not possible, and that is where it is great to have teletherapy as an option. One of the things that can make teletherapy a little intimidating is suddenly parents have to be on the front lines, being our hands and being our eyes and ears. So here's 10 tips to help parents with teletherapy. Put teletherapy on your child's schedule. We all do better with structure and routine. And if you've discussed them that morning over breakfast or the night before that the child is going to have a teletherapy session, that just helps them be more prepared. For example, you might say after lunch, you'll have therapy with Miss Joy, and then you can play video games. Again, just giving them that verbal routine can help children know what to expect. Check your technology. Check your internet connection. We know they can be glitchy. Sometimes moving to a different room can help. Check your technology platform. Make sure that you are comfortable with it and you know what programs to download. Make sure that you have a place where you can put your phone or your iPad or your tablet or your computer so that it's stable and you can get a good view of the child. Again, all of these things may be even a good idea to do a trial run with just you and the therapist ahead of time, just so you can work out the technology bugs. But technology can definitely be a bit intimidating, so definitely work with your therapist to work out any bugs before you get started. Know the game plan. Talk with your child's therapist ahead of time and know what kinds of things he or she is planning to do with your child. Discuss ahead of time, are reinforcers, rewards needed to help the child be more motivated? Get tips from your therapist on things like how to redirect the child away from the video game or whatever they're doing ahead of time to the therapy session. Get tips on how best to praise your child in a therapy session. You know your child, but your therapist also knows your child in the context of a therapy session. So again, discuss reinforcers, discuss if picture schedules are needed, discuss different ways that you guys can work together to help kind of almost have a behavior plan ahead of time to make sure that the child will stay motivated and stay entertained and stay engaged in the therapy session. Keep motivation strong. This means making sure that the rewards you've planned out for your child will stay rewards and stay something special. For example, if you've decided ahead of time that goldfish crackers would be a good reward for your child, don't give them a bowl of goldfish crackers right before the therapy session. Kind of keep them special for therapy sessions. Same with a favorite toy that you might be using as a motivator in the session. If they've been playing with the toy for the hour before the session, it's a little less special during the actual session. So again, save those reinforcers, those rewards for mostly during the therapy sessions to help keep them special. Find materials in your own home. You don't need a lot of fancy materials to do therapy. Us therapists are pretty creative about utilizing what you already have. But it also really helps us have a smoother session if you've prepared those materials ahead of time, chatted with us ahead of time, and made sure that those materials are handy so that you're not running around all over the house trying to find them. So again, plan ahead, make sure you know what materials your therapist will need, tell her what you already have, and work together to make a good game plan. Create a distraction-free zone. This means you want to create a quiet area of your house that is just for therapy so that the child knows when you go to that space, it's time to work and time for your therapist to talk to you and praise you and give you encouragement. We also want to make sure that the space is free of distractions. So you don't want unnecessary toys in there. You don't want siblings in there or other people walking through or the TV on or the radio on or all the other things. So it needs to really have a space to set up the child for success. Do you need something? We're here to help. We love our kids. Children's Therapy Team is a great large network of therapists and staff who just love our kids. So if you need something, let us know. Talk to your therapist. We've been dropping things in mailboxes right and left to try to provide a little bit of support for our kiddos because we love you guys and we want to help and we want to set you guys up for success. So if you feel like you need something, need some materials that you don't have and we can't problem solve our way out of it, then we're going to get you what you need. So just, communicate with your therapist and we're here to help. Take a break. Not all teletherapy sessions are going to go well. Not all clinic sessions go well. And that's okay. We're not going to judge. This would be a time to take a deep breath, pause, maybe problem solve a little bit more with the therapist, maybe have a separate space where the child could de-escalate and we could just ignore those behaviors, maybe change up reinforcers. But again, we're not going to judge. We'll just all take a deep breath and problem solve and smile and be ready to take it on the next session. Set your 80-20 expectations. If you're watching this, teletherapy is probably new to you and your child. That means your therapist is going to work with your child on already mastered skills to make sure that you'll have a good rapport and make sure that therapy is exciting and fun, and practice makes perfect. So it is okay if some old skills are being practiced and rehearsed, and that it may even seem a little easy, but that's still those easy skills. Practicing those easy skills is a vital part of the therapy process, as well as that 20% where we're pushing them a little bit. In addition, the 80-20 rule also applies to encouragement. We want to make sure that at least 80% of the session is positive and encouraging and praising the child. And we do, it's our job to teach and critique, so we will be doing some of that as well, but we want to keep that to less than 20% of the session that we're critiquing and at least 80% of the session that we're being positive and motivating and being cheerleaders. Keep an open mind. You never know what's going to work until you try it. If you're watching this video, then teletherapy is probably new to you, and it may even be new to your therapist. But this is where we're going to have to use some trial and error, and we know not all ideas are going to work, but we know that every family is different, and every environment's different, and every child is different, and it is our job to work together and collaborate, and we will make it work, and we will find what motivates and excites your child for therapy, because that's our job.